Teniaje tena wadau, let's Teqcher flight tena hapa. Nimetokea tena na kahesabu manze, na leo tunaangalia acceleration and linear motion. Acceleration ni nini manze? Acceleration ni kuongeza speed manze. So tuseme ulikuwa unaendesha gari alafu ukaongeza speed, ama ulikuwa unaendesha wheelbarrow ama baiskeli alafu ukaongeza ka speed. Hiyo inaitwa kuaccelerate. Kupunguza ndio inaitwa kudecelerate, lakini kuongeza speed inaitwa nini? Kuaccelerate. Hapo sawa? Nice one. Tuseme unaendesha baiskeli alafu uongeze tena sasa speed. Hiyo inaitwa you are accelerating. Simple sana. Uniform acceleration unasema tu final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Hivyo tu. Examples. The velocity of a car changes from 5 meters to 17 meters in 1 minute. Find its acceleration. Kumbuka in some episode hapo nyuma nilikwambia velocity is measured in meters per second. So mahali popote unaona kuna meters per second, ujue hiyo ni velocity. Sasa ile tu kitu iko hapa manze ni kujua final velocity na initial velocity. Final ni mahali iliishia, initial ni mahali ilianzia. So for example, angalia, the velocity of a car changes from 5 meters per second to 17 meters per second. So initial velocity ni mahali ilianzia. So it changes from 5 meters per second. So the initial velocity is 5 meters per second. Then unaambiwa to 17 meters per second. Therefore the final velocity is 17 meters per second. Alafu unaambiwa in 1 minute. Nilikwambia time is measured in minutes, seconds, hours. So anytime unaona those things, hizo zinamaanisha hizo ni time. So 1 minute. Hapo sawa? Nice one. However, because the unit of acceleration, by the way, the unit of acceleration is meters per second square. So tunahitaji vitu zote zikuwe in minutes per second na pia in seconds. So we have to convert 1 minute to seconds, and we know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. Hapo sawa? Nice one. Then from there manze, just apply the formula. Inasema acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by the time. The final velocity in our case tumepata ni 17. Then the initial velocity mahali ilianzia ni 5. Then our time is 60 seconds. So this is 17 minus 5, which is 12. Then 12 divided by 60. Obviously this is meters per second. Now this is seconds. Meters per second. Now this is seconds. So 12 inaingia kwa 12 mara moja, 12 inaingia kwa 60 mara 5. So 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. So the answer is 0.2 meters per second square, because the unit of acceleration is meters per second square. I hope manzi umeona vile ni rahisi. Ya pili unaambiwa a ball is dropped from rest and hits the ground at 15 meters per second. If it reaches the ground in 1.5 seconds, find the acceleration of free fall. Kuja uandike formula. Inasema nini? Acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by the time. All right? What is our final velocity? Final velocity, initial velocity. So, nataka ujue kitu. A ball is dropped from rest. Ukiambiwa the word from rest, inamaanisha from zero. Inamaanisha from zero. From 0 meters per second. So that is the initial. 0 meters per second. Because ball iliangushwa from rest, from 0 meters per second, from initial ni ile ilianza, and hits the ground at 15 meters per second. Iliishia at 15 meters per second. So the final velocity, ile ya mwisho ni 15 meters per second. Time it hits, if it reaches the ground in 1.5 seconds. So our time is 1.5 seconds. Simple sana manze. So acceleration will be final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Our final velocity is 15 meters per second minus our initial velocity 0 meters per second divided by our time, which is 1.5 seconds. Therefore, acceleration A will be 15 minus 0 is 15 meters per second divided by 1.5 seconds. Alafu una divide, multiply here by 10, ndo tutaweka decimal here by 10, inakuwa 150 divided by 15. This is therefore 10 meters per second square. That is our acceleration. Ukidivide 15 divided by 1.5 utapata 10 meters per second square. Per square second ama second square. Hapo sawa? Nice one, nice one. So manze, hope umeelewa, mambo ni rahisi namna hiyo. Bye. Alafu by the just before niende, from rest, always ujue from rest ni zero. To rest ni zero bado. So anytime unaona the word rest inatumika, ujue hiyo ni 0 meters per second. So kama ni from rest ni 0 meters per second. Kama ni to rest bado ni 0. Bye.